up, everyone, and welcome back to Fiction TV. So, today we're going to talk about the Netflix horror film. It's actually more thriller than horror. It's called Rattlesnake. About a mother and daughter on their way to visit the grandma, I believe, and the car gets a flat and the daughter is bit by a rattlesnake. So this mysterious woman actually ends up saving the little girl from the bite, and now the mother has to pay back the debt with taking a stranger's life. And that is the end of the movie. That is the premise of the entire movie. So, before I watched this movie, I watched the trailer. I saw the trailer. I was on Netflix. I had actually passed this trailer like a long time ago, like around the time it came out. And I was like, oh, let's watch this trailer. This looks okay. It kind of reminds me of the movie Kidnap. It looks okay, but I really don't care to watch it. But then today I just decided, let's just watch it. So first, the cinematography was, it wasn't that great to me. It wasn't that great. I watched another review on this, and they said the cinematography was good, and I'm just like, where was the cinematography good? And I understand that this is a Netflix film, but I've watched Netflix films that had good cinematography and all that stuff and great visuals, and the visual just wasn't hitting it for me. I mean, there was a scene where the mom was in the car driving and they showed the road and they wanted it to be us watching the road from her perspective, and it was just a terrible shot. It was shaky, and I guess it was supposed to be scary, but it just wasn't working for me, and I was like, they should have just edited that part out. And then, of course, when she was driving, you can tell that it was a green screen. She wasn't actually driving on an actual road, which was fine because, you need, I'm pretty sure you need a high budget for that type of stuff, that time, and have that space for the road. So the acting scene, I mean, the mom was pretty believable, especially, towards the end, especially when something happened to her daughter. She definitely did whatever it takes, and was willing to sacrifice whatever it took. But there was definitely a part where she, in the beginning, the situation with her daughter being bit, and her just kind of leaving her daughter there with the lady. I mean, I understand desperate times, you're willing to do everything, but I'm not about to leave my daughter in a random place with this lady, and she's saying that she's gonna heal her. I don't know what's going on. I definitely think they should have showed us as viewers some magic. They should have showed us the horror parts. They should have showed the little girl suffering and in pain, and some horror shots of this mysterious woman healing her. We didn't get no type of insight on how she got healed, the steps that she had to go through, the person who healed her, who she really was. It was really no backstory about the whole thing. It was really no insight. There was no horror parts about any of that. I mean, there wasn't really any horror about this whole movie. It was mostly just thriller. But yeah, they definitely could have gave us way more insight into that part. The little girl's acting, we didn't really get to see her act, to be honest. She was barely in the movie. But I did find it a little bit annoying sometimes, because sometimes when she was talking, I was like, her voice sounds younger than what she looks like. Is that her actual voice, or that's just how she talks? I don't know. Maybe that's how she was supposed to be acting for that scene. But yeah, other than that, the little girl wasn't bad. And the mom, of course, wasn't bad. And yeah, like I said, I would have liked to see as far as that part with the healing, for us to see the healing on screen. They should have showed us something. They gave us nothing. I feel like that part, if they would have showed that, it could have been dragged out to be scary, to give us horror. So I feel like the mysterious woman who healed her daughter, in my opinion, should have showed up before she left off the trailer and been gave her some sort of creepy, threatening warning, or something creepy should have happened. And it was just nothing. She just found her on the bed, picked her up, took her out. I know I'm spoiling it right now. I'm sorry. But honestly, there's really nothing to spoil. For real. Another actor, there was this guy who's verbally abusive to his wife or something like that. His wife, his girlfriend, his baby mama, I don't know who she was. I feel they could have went there and made him physically abusive or sexually abusive to her in some way, so that when his death came, that it would have been a little bit, I mean, of course I didn't care either way when he died, but it would have been a bit more intense, I guess, because I felt like they tried to make us be a little bit remorseful of him, and I get that part, but like the ending part, adding him at the end, I just was like, we don't really care about him. And it's either like you're gonna make him a bad guy or you're gonna make him a good guy. Don't try to make it in between for this film. Like, she's trying to not feel guilty for doing this to him. It's not like he was a great person anyway, but they should have like totally went there and made him like even more just terrible of a person. And I feel like they tried, but they didn't push it, which they actually could have definitely, most certainly pushed it, because no one would have cared. I doubt anyone really cared about his character. Not to say that he didn't do a good job at acting, because he did, but I'm talking about like feeling attached to his character. In the storyline, I mean, was there even a storyline? Just lady trying to find somebody to kill, and that was the story. The ending was, Mom saying, like, that ending was so stupid. I was like, they could have honestly ended the ending. They could have ended it when the little girl, when the mom found the picture when the mom found the drawing that her daughter had drew of the mysterious lady. It could have ended right there. It could have ended when she found out that her daughter was fine after she murdered that person. It could have ended sooner, a long time ago, before it wanted to drag out to her being in the car and be like, like, I was like, why did it end that way? It could have ended sooner. I mean, overall, there definitely was no horror in this film whatsoever. And the storyline, I mean, wasn't really strong, I'm gonna say. And I don't know if I would recommend this movie. I feel like you might not get anything out of this. Like, it's not even really hitting for the thriller. It's definitely not hitting for the horror. And I don't know if you should even take the time or waste the time to watch this. I mean, it's not the worst movie that I've ever seen on Netflix or even just in general. But it's just, So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment below if you enjoy my reviews, and also be sure to get you a copy of Rain by yours truly, T Outlaw. The link's in the description box below. This is my first self-published novel. There are definitely more to come, and it is about a group of young adults in a psych ward trying to figure out why they're in there and why can't they remember why they're in there. And then they get this counselor and he tries to help them remember why they're in there, and then he learns that they have abilities, and maybe it's not mental illnesses, and maybe there's other things going on. So if you're interested in getting a read, you should definitely hit that link below. Also, just check it out if you want to support me, because I will be making more books to come, and I will see you all next time.